Hello and welcome to XOMO. My name is Mo. I'm a professional tarot reader and herbal tea enthusiast. And as you can see from today's title and thumbnail, we are talking about, we're doing a pick a card reading rather, on the new moon in Capricorn at the beginning of January. This new moon happened on January 2nd. And this is really powerful energy that we're working with. This new moon is actually conjuncting the sun, so it's really focusing on like what we can do, and it's aligning our subconscious, our emotions, and also our egos and the things that we do, to accomplish those goals. To tap into that Capricorn energy of climbing the mountain, to doing the thing that's never been done before. To accomplish our goals over the course of the year. So this is really exciting energy to be starting the year off with. In this reading, it's just going to tap into, how these energies and what these energies are going to be bringing to the surface for you specifically. Yeah. But before we run over to the pick a card reading, the card selection, more specifically, I got to do my disclaimer. So my readings work more as confirmation. You know what I mean? They should just be confirming your intuition and things that you've already been thinking about, or messages that your spirit guides, ancestors, and angels have already been sending your way, instead of telling you anything crazy, new, or out of this world, right? Additionally, I do not identify as a fortune teller, right? So if I say anything that you do not like, if you're just like, I don't want that to be my future, I don't think that's going on in my life right now. If you hear anything that just doesn't resonate with you, you know what I mean? If it don't apply, let it fly. Additionally, the future is not set in stone. So my readings, they're a current interpretation of the energy we're working with right now. So like a week from now, 2 weeks from now, you know what I mean? You or even the people in your life, they can completely switch up the way that they behave and their actions, which can completely change the outcome of these readings, right? But that's about it. Let's head on over to the pile selection. Hello and welcome to your card selection. To help you choose a pile with your third eye and not just your physical one, I suggest you find yourself in a relaxed position and begin by taking some meditative breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. You should inhale and exhale as you look at each pile. What I like to do is I like to focus on the pile of cards beneath the crystal, and then the crystal itself, and whichever pile feels like a vibrational match between both the crystal and the pile with you and how you are currently resonating, that is the pile that is for you. If you feel that you resonate with more than one pile, that is usually because there is an additional message in that pile waiting for you. So again, find yourself in a relaxed position. And this is pile number 1. This is pile number 2. And this is pile number 3. You can find your timestamps in the description bar or in the comment section. Alrighty, I'll see you there. Hello, pile number 1, and welcome to your pick a card reading. If you chose pile number 1, you chose the Celestite crystal or the Celestine crystal. Yeah, this is really good for the crown and the third eye chakras and connecting you to your guides, the universe at large, some of those more ethereal energies, and helping you expand your consciousness, what you're able to see for yourself. And I think it's connected to the wind element, but I think it pairs really well for some of these Capricorn energies that we're dealing with. But how this reading is going to work, we have 3 cards, from the Modern Witch Tarot deck. These are just going to be what this new moon and sun conjunction energy is bringing to the surface for you. Then we have a Moonology Oracle card. We also have another Oracle card from the Starseed Oracle deck. And of course, as always, I'll be pulling some clarifiers with the Tarot from the Divine. Yeah. But without further ado, let's just hop into your tarot cards. Okay, so this is very funny. So you have the 2 of Swords in reverse, the 3 of Wands in reverse, and the 9 of Swords in reverse. This reading, just from what I'm seeing and what I know of the astrology charts, this energy, it's really aligning with the Taurus and retrograde energy, which is also in Capricorn, you know what I mean? Just so we're clear. But what we have going on is that what I'm hearing two things. I'm hearing that you're really going to be faced with what decisions that you haven't made, what plans that you're not making, what is preventing you from moving forward, and then acknowledging that you have nothing to worry about. Yeah? This is plain and simple that, like, I'm getting that you probably won't be doing a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? I would say pay attention to your Venus placement. See if you have Capricorn, Taurus, or Libra energy anywhere in your chart, you know what I mean? But this is really saying that, like, you need to reflect, you need to reassess, you need to look at what decisions that you haven't been making and how the decisions that you do, because I want to say the decisions that you do make, but what I'm hearing is that it's the decisions that you're not making and how you're deciding not to plan, how you're deciding not to be ambitious, how you're deciding not to, reach for the stars because you're worried. But you have nothing to worry about, right? And that's going to be something, I don't know if you're going to be seeing that during this upcoming, like, new moon cycle, that, like, there's nothing to worry about, or if you just come to the understanding that, like, the worrying and your fears and anxieties, they don't pay off, right? They don't pay off. But let me get you some clarifiers. Is there anything else that we would like to tell pal number one with this group of messages, please and thank you? Additional messages for pal number one. Is there anything else we want them to know? Okay. Additional messages for pal number one. Yep. This is funny. I was just telling somebody this message. I was just telling somebody this, and it's funny how it's coming forward now. So it's kind of the same thing. Your clarifiers, they're really much in line, but I'll walk you through them. We have the Nine of Coins in reverse here. This Nine of Coins is saying, like, so let's say we have a plant. Let's say there's a farm, there's some fruit, you know what I mean? Let's say it's a corn stalk, right? Or it's a sunflower. I like the idea of a sunflower. Let's say there's a sunflower, right? With this Nine of Coins in reverse, it's saying that either you are not watering the sunflower or you have bad habits that are keeping you from watering the sunflower, right? And just what are those habits? What are the things that you're doing? What are you avoiding? What are the fears and anxieties that are keeping you from slowly investing in this thing that you want to see bloom and grow? You have the Lover's card here, which is telling me that whatever it is, this thing that you want, and then the Judgment card, it's destined for you. It's destined for you. You're supposed to have this thing, this accomplishment, this relationship, this connection. Whatever it is, you're meant to have it. But you got to be brave. You got to decide that it's that you want it and that you want to do the hard work for it. But I got to rewind on that because you have the Ten of Wands in reverse, and this is just telling me that it shouldn't be hard. It's not hard work. If you're worried about how difficult it could be or all the bad things that can pop up, you don't have to worry about that. A phrase that's been coming up a lot in some of my readings is, what if it was easy? What if it was easy? What if it was simple? What if it was simple as, like, just doing, like, 3 simple things, like, every day? Or doing 3 simple things 5 days out the week? 4 days out the week? You know what I'm saying? And this is something that you're passionate about. This is something that you love. This is something that it gets you riled up. You know what I mean? You start yelling and screaming, hooting and hollering. You're like, hoo, child, I love X, Y, and Z. Whatever that X, Y, and Z thing is for you, fill in the blank. This is what this is about. Now, can I get a clarification on this? Because so it's other people. So there are other people around you. There are other people around you that are influencing your perception and that are influencing your energy, and you kind of got to block those people out. Right? We have the Justice card in reverse. This is about saying, hey, I've heard enough. I don't want any more information. I have everything that I need in order to make a decision, right? With this 10 of Coins in reverse and then this 3 of Coins, this could be the people that you're living with, or this could be your family. This could be like like if you have family members that are like chronic worriers, they have chronic anxiety, they think about the worst thing that can happen, and these are the people that you're living with, or these are the people that you're currently surrounded by, like you really got to create a block. And just the way that this justice card is interacting with these other energies, right? Their fears, their anxieties, their worries, they're influencing you. And you've got to decide that you want to free yourself from that. So the devil, its sister card, is the lovers. Both of these things are about making a decision. When we see the devil card, it's about making a decision to free ourselves from the things that make us anxious, that make us fearful, that make us sad. You know what I mean? That pull us away from our highest and greatest and truest selves, right? So choose, make a decision to do what is going to love you in return. What feels like euphoria? What feels like bliss? What is sublime in your life? Or what is the idea that makes you feel that way? Yeah? And choose that. Choose that. Choose me. Pick me. Love me. That's what it's saying to you. Right? Let's move on to your oracle cards. Okay, this is interesting. Oh, okay, girl, look at you. Purr. So I'm going to tap into... Let me get the booklet. I'm going to tap into your moon, your moonology card first, right? You have new moon in Capricorn. This is very much in alignment with what we're doing. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn, your hard work is paying off. Let me read it to you. First and foremost, this card suggests a new start for you professionally. Whatever has been going on in your working life, this card heralds the start of a new and improved work cycle. If you're unhappy in your current job, this is the time to either renegotiate your position or look for something new. Whatever your question, whether work-related or otherwise, a new plan and strategy is called for. You need to take a long look at the long term and think about where you want to be in 12 months or even 5 years' time. That will inform you of your best course of action right now. So think seriously about it. Drawing this card suggests it's time for you to be ambitious about whatever it is that you want to achieve. Attune to the moon. Make a proper plan and execute it well. You need to be more disciplined to reach your goal. Hard work will make your dreams a reality. A very good omen for study or teaching. Don't be too controlling and avoid anyone who is controlling. And then the teaching. Capricorn is the sign of ambition, building, and hard work. The energy is solid and rigid. The new moon in Capricorn is a powerful lunation that comes towards the end of each year and marks, arguably, the best moment annually to make a list of all your hopes, dreams, ambitions, and intentions for the year ahead. Pulling this card at any time suggests that with planning and discipline, you can achieve whatever you set your mind to. Yeah? Now this is interesting because, like, let me get some water. This is interesting because, like, your oracle card from the Starseed Oracle deck, I don't want to say it's in contradiction, but I'm kind of sensing like it's talking about something else. So if there's this is going to resonate with who it resonates with. So if there's another issue that you were thinking about, this might be in relationship to something else, right? But you have wait. It's not time yet. Things are being woven. In our fast, loud, reactive, comparative world, where an instant response is so often expected, and at times even a currency, it can feel almost impossible to take a breath, let alone give ourselves the space to rest, wait, and reset. We're so often in overdrive, expecting instantaneous results over and over again. And when guidance doesn't come at these extreme speeds, it can feel as though something's gone wrong. But often, not receiving guidance is guidance in itself. When you ask for guidance and don't receive it, it can often mean it's not time yet. The details are being woven. Our challenge is to keep the our challenge is to keep trusting when on the surface it appears that nothing is happening. To remember that no matter how long or bitter the winter, spring does always come. To remember that you don't need to solve all of the world's problems in a single day, and that perhaps they'll be better solved with some perspective and a good night's sleep. This card is your permission to slip, to slow down, to switch off, and to rest. You're being reminded to have patience and to trust the mystery of life, to trust that things are being woven on your behalf. It may not be happening to the timeline you'd like, but if you gather up the patience, it will be orchestrated better than you can ever imagine. And then your journaling or meditation prompt is, how can you slow down, be more patient, and wait? Yes, my friend? That's all I have for you today. I am open for private readings if you'd like to receive some more personal guidance from me. You can run over to momagics.com to get onto my booking calendar to see what other products and services I offer. But yeah, please thank your ancestors, spirit guides, and angels for allowing me to deliver these messages to you. Don't forget to like if you found value in this video, share with your friends so that these messages can reach more people, and let me know what resonates down in the comment section. Yeah, until next time, this is XOMO. Bye. Hello, pal number 2, and welcome to your pick a card reading. If you chose pal number 2, you chose the Lepiodite crystal. I think that's how you say it. I might be saying it wrong, but this is the Lepiodite crystal. I believe when I got it from the crystal store, they said it's like amethyst, like chiller older sister. So it helps the same thing. It does the same like things that an amethyst crystal will do, but it's just much chiller. It's a lot more patient and it's a lot more subtle. Yeah. But again, how this reading is going to work, the first 3 cards, they're just going to tell us, what this new moon and sun conjunction energy in Capricorn is bringing to the surface for you. And then we have some oracle cards from the Moonology Oracle deck and the Starseed Oracle deck. And I'll also be pulling some additional guidance from the Tarot of the Divine, just to send you off on the right foot with like any clarifiers that you may need, right? But without further ado, let's hop right into it. Oh, okay. Okay, so this is interesting. So, I'm sorry, my nose is tickling. Okay. So for you, the new moon in Capricorn energy, I'm really getting that it's just telling you what's not working. Right? We have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. So this can be one or two things. This could be that there is something that you may be a little bit lazy, that you may be cheating around, that you may be cutting corners of, or something that you've just been working on that isn't coming to fruition. Or on the flip side, this is something that you've been working very, very hard at. That you've been working very, very hard at. You know what I mean? Like, this is the card of mastery. This is kind of like blood, sweat, and tears, right? But for whatever reason, it's not working. It's not working. It's not growing. It's not coming to fruition. And I'm getting that, like, that you need to accept that you need to accept the fact that whatever it is that you're trying to force, whatever it is that you're trying to master, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, that, like, this may not be the thing for you. But I'm getting that once you make this realization, once you have this bit of catharsis, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to get some type of, like, clarity. You're going to have an epiphany or some type of transformation that's going to set you on the right path of what it is that you actually need to be investing in. Right? What's actually going to, like, provide you... Oh, okay. Like, and then I'm getting, like... This is very specific. This is only going to apply to a couple of people, but like somebody may be thinking about like pregnancy or a baby. I don't know, because sometimes the Queen of Pentacles it does show up for pregnant women, but I got like I sensed a little kick in my stomach, right? So this may be like one of your pregnancy habits isn't working, or maybe you need to keep the baby, or I don't know. Take it if it resonates. If it don't apply, let it fly, right? But the more broader message is that, like, once you come to this realization that this thing that you really want to happen, but all the signs are showing you that this just isn't for you, You know what I mean? That's gonna put you on the right path. This is what I need to be doing. This is what I'm gonna be investing in, and this is what is gonna actually like. It's actually gonna put me in alignment with the frequency of abundance, right? The Queen of Pentacles is the lady of, and this doesn't have to be like, you don't have to be like a boy, a girl, a they them. It's just the energy of the card, right? But this is the card of luxury. The Queen of Pentacles, she gives herself luxury first. She gives herself the highest quality that life has to offer. Be it like a Chanel bag, be it a Telfar coat, be it like a date at the nicest spa, be it going, to the most expensive sushi shop. She gives herself the highest quality things that life has to offer first. And then that her engaging with that frequency just like aligns everything else up with her. People look at her and they're like, oh, I can't hang out with her. Or a guy's like, oh, I can't take her on a date unless I'm going to pick her up in a Lamborghini. You know what I mean? It might not be that for you, you know what I mean? It might not be like that extreme, but whatever that high quality, whatever that top tier thing is for you, you're going to have that realization, you know what I mean, by the time the full moon comes around. Yeah, let me get you some clarifiers. Just do we have any clarifiers for pile number 2? Are there any additional messages that we want them to have? Anything we want them to be aware of? Please and thank you. Additional messages for pile number 2. Additional messages for pile number 2. Yep. Additional messages for pile number 2. There's a lot of Pentacles energy here. This is a lot of Pentacles. This is like, child, you... And then let's get one more. You have when it comes, you have almost all Pentacles energy here. We have the 8 of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the Ace, the Knight, the Page, the 6, the 2, all of Pentacles, of coins. You know what I mean? There's a little bit of emotional energy. We have the 5 of Cups, the 4 of Cups, the Queen of Cups. There's a little bit of emotional energy, but let me walk you through it, right? So again, like this energy, it's really going to put you on the right path of what's going to provide you with the most abundance, what's worth investing in, and I'm getting what you just want your physical and material energy to go towards. What is this product? What is this empire? You know what I mean? What is this business? What is this career path that you want to build? You are going to realize maybe, honestly, like just to rewind a little bit, if you were one of the people who works very, very hard, if you're one of the people who works very, very hard, this could be that you need to leave that like, I need to work hard, that I need to like grind myself into the ground type of like mindset. I need to put that away, right? Because you have the Knight of Coins and the Page of Coins. This is slow and steady wins the race, right? And then the Knight popped up first. This is slow and steady wins the race. This is diligent. This is reliable. The Knight of Coins is going to get it done. I'm sorry, I was touching the wrong card, but you know what I was saying. But when it comes to the Page of Coins, I'm hearing that it's just smaller energy. That like you don't have to stress yourself out about it. Like it's a lot less. Like what are you physically doing? Right? What are you interested in? And how can you do less? Because if you're focusing on the negatives, if you're worrying about something, this 4 of Cups here, right? If you're focusing on everything that can go wrong, you can miss out on the opportunity for everything to go right, or you just won't be able to see what is going right, right? If you're looking for what's going to happen, if you're looking for the negatives, you will never see the positives, right? And they're kind of saying with this 2 of Coins, I'm hearing that you're carrying that you're carrying the energy of what is going to go wrong. You're carrying the energy of like, I have to prevent everything that's going to go wrong. You know what I mean? And I have to prevent that by working really hard. You just don't have to do that. It's not that stressful, baby love. It's not that stressful, and that's not the energy you want. That's not the energy you want to carry. That's not the energy you want to invite into your life. You want to like, what is it? Like be prepared for the West. I'm sorry. Be prepared for the worst, but expect the best. Yeah? That's the energy you want to invite into your life. That's the balance you want. Yeah? Yeah, you actually want to just invite in the best of things. You have the, why is the Fool card in reverse? They told me. They said you're not going to be able to take the next step until you have that realization. Whatever it is about your material work and working really hard and working yourself to death, you kind of got to put that away emotionally. Like your emotions are going to be, it's tied to your emotions, right? It's the feelings. It's the way that you feel at work. The way that you feel at work is, it's the way that you feel when you make these New Year's resolutions. It's the thing that's keeping you. If you can ease your mind, if you can ease the stress, if it was a simple process, you know what I mean? That's what's going to put you on the right path. But you're not going to be ready to make the new journey until you heal your emotions, right? You have the Chariot card. Again, this is about having the vision of what it is you want to achieve in the back of your mind and taking slow and steady steps each and every day to make that happen. Queen of Cups, nurture your inner child. Nurture your inner child. Make sure you protect your inner child. This is mothering and nurturing yourself emotionally. Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Once you do some of this work, things are just going to start flying in. They're going to start flying in. You're kind of like, damn, like I didn't think it was going to... You're saying that I didn't have to work hard. I just had to change up my emotions? Interesting. Interesting. This is, girl... These like... So you have new moon eclipse for your Moonology Oracle card. Expect powerful change. Expect powerful change. If you want affirmation that you can achieve your dreams and get the desired outcome in the situation you're asking about, then this is it. This is a card of beginnings, and there are powerful energies at work. But be prepared. It could be quite a ride, and events now could be even jarring and maybe even uncomfortable. However, any new directions you take will almost always lead somewhere better than where you are at the moment. Whatever is happening now is happening for a reason. You'll appreciate it later on. A new portal is opening up, and all you have to do is have the courage to forget about the past and to move through it. You are being put back on the right path. There is nothing to fear. Attune to the moon. Never mind the past. Life evolves every single day. Additional meanings for this card. Yes. Yes. 1,000 times yes. You're being shunted. Shunted? You're being shunted towards your life purpose. New word for me. Whatever is happening now is happening for your highest good. This is an important turning point in your life. And then the teaching. The new moon eclipses are among the most exciting astrological events. They herald a complete change of pace. It's as though you're headed in one direction, probably being guided by your ego, and then here comes the divine, the goddess or spirit, to turn you instead to face the direction you actually need to go. Regardless of whether or not there's a new moon eclipse happening when you pull this card, it's a powerful affirmation of positive turnarounds. Again, like I was saying in the very beginning, whatever it is that you're working very hard on, that you're trying to make happen, and then like the universe just comes and like, that's not it, that's not it, that's not it. You know what I mean? They're trying to put you on the right path, and it's actually going to be better than what you think that you're going to have, right? Moving on to your Oracle card, you have I'm sorry. Defenselessness, riding past wrongs, uprooting. This is interesting because like when it comes to this like Starseed Oracle deck, like all the message have like felt like that they're attached to something else. But again, as always, if it don't apply, let it fly. Let me show it to you again. Just like really powerful imagery on this card. I really hope that was in focus. Okay, but I'm sorry. We're living in divisive times. When we're hurt and triggered, we tend to see things as a personal attack rather than an opportunity for healing. If we're to find true peace and unity, we need to drop our defenses and see things outside of right and wrong. As souls, we intrinsically remember unity and yearn for it here on earth. Perhaps this is why it feels so painful when we experience the opposite. But it's crucial to remember that we can't simply bypass reality and pretend that unity, love, and forgiveness are already here. This is one of the greatest challenges for starseeds. To bring about unity, we must first acknowledge the ways in which both we and the world have been divisive, personally, ancestrally, and collectively. The shadows, hate, wounds, separation, severing, wrongs, and sadness. You may be called to explore how you, your ancestors, or your society have, consciously or even unconsciously, inflicted pain on others. To find a way to drop the armor around your heart and to see things as they truly are for all people. To say I'm sorry, with an open heart, and to mean it. To be part of the healing rather than the perpetuation of inherited conflict or oppression. This isn't about blame. It's about unwinding the patternings that got us here. You may be called to devote your time to causes you believe in or to do healing work on your ancestral line. Oh my gosh. I'm really so something else is coming through, kind of tying this all together. You know what I mean? If and this is just an example. Let's say that you really wanted to be a firefighter, right? Let's say you really wanted to be a firefighter, that this is your biggest dream, that you really wanted to be a firefighter. You know what I mean? But during this stage, something's going to come into your life and you're going to find out, oh my gosh, I don't need to be a firefighter. That was just about me climbing down the pole and driving around in a red shiny truck. I know I'm a little silly, but just go with me, right? Something comes around that lets you know, oh, I'm actually supposed to be a part of the Peace Corps. You know what I mean? That's going to be the thing that's most fulfilling for me. That's going to make me the most happiest. That's what I'm actually in alignment with. You know what I mean? And that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Being in service. No, not being just in service of yourself, but being in service of the world and your community and having that be your route to emotional fulfillment. Yeah, but here's your journaling and meditation question. How are you being called to drop your defenses and to unwind past wrongs? Yeah, that's all I have for you, my friend. Please thank your ancestors, spirit guides, and angels, my ancestors, spirit guides, and angels, for allowing me to deliver these messages to you. And until next time, before you go, don't forget I am available for private readings. You can run over to momagics.com to get onto my booking calendar and to view my other products and services. Also, don't forget to hit the like button if you found value out of this video. Share the video, you know what I mean? Just so we can get some more of these messages out to whoever may need one. And then comment if you found value out of this video and to let me know what resonated in the comment section. Yeah. Also, don't forget to subscribe because there's more where these videos came through. And now, until next time, this is XOMO. Bye. Hello, pal number 3, and welcome to your pick a card reading. If you chose pal number 3, you chose the black tourmaline crystal. Yeah. I have this one programmed to help with transformation of some of those more heavier emotional energies. But anyway, how this reading is going to work is that the first 3 cards here from the Modern Witch Tarot deck, these are just going to be what is being brought to the surface by this new moon energy in Capricorn. And then I also have some oracle cards from the Moonology deck. And then the Starseed Oracle deck. And then I'll also get you some clarifiers or any additional messages that you may need from the Tarot of the Divine, right? But without further ado, let's hop right into it. Uh-oh. Girl. I got a sip on this one. So this is funny. What are you holding on to for dear life that is keeping you from moving on? What are you holding on for dear life that is keeping you from progressing? What are you what are you beating with a dead horse? Right? This could be related to your finances. This could be a scarcity mindset that is keeping you from finding your abundance, from finding your growth. But let me walk you through it. You have the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. This could be really hard financial hardship, Yeah, this could be it. Again, if it don't apply, let it fly. But this could be that there is something that you do not want to change. 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 You do not want it to die. But it is going to die anyway. And then, like, this process is going to be hard. This process is going to be difficult. The death card, there's this woman who's passed out. There's this child on his knees offering a flower. There's this old woman begging and pleading. There's this black river. The death card is not pretty business. It's not pretty business. But in the distance, there is a sunlight. There is new day. There is new dawn. There's a phoenix rising type of situation. But because you were holding on so tightly, because you were trying to beat this horse to death, because you were and then this is kind of graphic, but I'm kind of getting like this strangling. Like, it's like you were digging your nails into whatever this energy, this like thought pattern or this way of being is, and it's keeping you from moving on. It's keeping you from moving on. It's just like whatever it is that you're telling yourself that this is the way that it has to be, it's not. It's not the way that it has to be. And this new moon cycle is bringing about the death so that you can have the realization that you can have something else. And then in order for you to have something else, you have got to let go of this thing. You have got to let go of it. You have got to let go of it. The universe cannot gift us new things if our hands are full. So whatever is already occupying your space, your time, your attention, your hands, you have to drop it, you have to let it go so that the universe, the divine spirit can place something new into your palms. Yeah? Can we get clarifiers? I'm like I got a headache. I have a headache. Like I'm kind of not that they're irritated with you, but Can we get clarifiers for pile number 3, please? What else can we tell pile number 3? What should their action plan be? Additional information for pile number 3. Additional information for pile number 3. This is emotional energy, and this is emotional energy. Okay. Oh my gosh. This is emotional energy, my friend. Oh. Yeah, this is energy. So the first 4 cards, you have the Empress in reverse, you have the 9 of Cups in reverse, you have the Moon card in reverse, and you have the 10 of Cups in reverse. I'm sorry, the 10 of Cups upright. My apologies. But it's just saying that, like, in whatever ways that you are not honoring your emotions, in whatever ways that you are not protecting your feminine divine, in whatever way that you are not allowing your emotions and your truest desires to take the space that they need, and allowing other people to like support you in the things that you want emotionally, this lack of emotional maturity, this lack of emotional wisdom, this lack of like discernment, I'm hearing, like being pessimistic and just thinking about the negatives and thinking that the worst is always going to happen. And like, to give you some slack, this may not be like completely your fault, right? With this Moon card in reverse, like I'm hearing that the reason that like the vision, that like your vision to your 10 of Cups is it's clouded. And it's clouded by something that's a little more primal. It's maybe not primal and instinctual, but it's like your fight and flight response is being kicked up, right? This is like deep buried like emotional trauma that sometimes we don't even like, we can't even see, right? We can't even see because it's not on the surface. It's unclear. It's waxing and it's waning, although it's always there, right? Kind of like the moon. It's waxing, it's waning, it's always there. It's always influencing us, although we cannot always see the moon. Yeah. But like whatever that problem is, that like subconscious, like shadow worky problem is, like it's getting purged. It's getting purged. Because after that 10 of Cups, you have the Fool card and something is starting. And what is it? Because like after that, you have the 9 of Wands in reverse. Do you think that like, because I'm kind of getting that you think that like, just because a hardship happens or a hardship has happened, that you should never try anything new again. You should never try anything new again. But that's not the truth of the matter. The truth of the matter is that life comes with hardships. Life comes with hardships. Life comes with ups and downs. Life comes with difficulties. And just because something happens doesn't mean that we should give up on the things that we're passionate about. That doesn't mean that we should give up on our future. That doesn't mean that we should give up on our career path or our ambitions or our passions or the empire that we want to build, right? You have to make the plan. You have to make the plan. You have to communicate it to yourself and others anyway, regardless of what has happened, regardless of what is going to happen. And then even if it, like, just to say that, like, just because it crashed, I'm going to give you this example. Because they want me to talk about it, right? So I'm relocating to Atlanta pretty soon. I've been trying to relocate to Atlanta for almost a year and a half now. It's finally happening. It's finally coming to fruition. But I've been trying to do it for almost a year and a half now. You know what I mean? But what originally happened is that, like, me and my friend, we were ready to put a deposit down on an apartment complex, right? And then we got a call that, like, a portion of the apartment complex burnt down. You know what I mean? The whole plan, the organization, the planning, the conversations, the tours we did, all of it, like, blew up in flames. We were like, that's a sign we can't move. You know what I mean? But we kept talking about it. We kept grinding at it. We kept making it happen, right? Somebody in this reading, somebody, like, they've made a big plan, they've made a big goal, and because their initial, quite literally, their initial plan, like, burnt down to the ground, you know what I mean? You kind of gave up on it. You're like, I'm never meant to have happiness. It's never gonna be for me. That's not the truth. The truth is that you have to keep going. Even if it takes a year and a half, divine timing will bring it to you when it's meant for you, but you have to keep going. You have to keep going, right? Even if the way that we want things to pan out doesn't happen, we have to keep going. We have to take the lesson in stride. We have to heal. Just with this Ten of Swords in reverse, whatever this story, this narrative, this limiting self-belief pattern that you have is, you gotta let that go, baby. You gotta let that go. Let that go, let that die and heal and come out on the other end transformed, yeah? Let's get your cards. Let's get your cards. Get you some black tourmaline, because this black tourmaline or a labradorite crystal, it's gonna give you what you need to be gave. It's gonna give you what you need to be gaved. Oh, this is so good. Okay. You also have that King of Swords here, which again is like communicating to yourself and to the world and to the others that you still want it. And that was happening. That was what was happening, right? That, like, we were still talking. I was still telling people that I was going to Atlanta. Ain't had no money, ain't had no plans, ain't had no apartment, ain't made no trips. I was like, I'm still moving. And I'm a Gemini, let me tell you, because you have new moon in Gemini, communication is key. So continue to talk about the things that you want and do not let them go. New moon in Gemini, communication is key. A successful relationship usually comes down to one thing, communication. And the new moon in Gemini card is all about the start of a new cycle, new year, for communicating with the person at the center of your question. Talking things through is the answer to whatever it is you're asking about. If you can't talk to that person, you can journal about it to yourself. Emails, text messages, and all other forms of communication will also help you now. If the issue you're asking about concerns a sibling or a neighbor, there's a new start coming. A time to wipe the slate clean and to start over. This card could also suggest you've been too frivolous lately and need to get grounded again. But most importantly, drawing this card emphasizes the need to communicate. Communicate your dreams. They're really telling me communicate your dreams, your New Year's resolutions, the things that you want to see, right? What is it that you want to accomplish, and communicate that. Scream it. Scream it from the mountaintops, baby. Like, they're emphatic. They're really emphatic with you. Attune to the moon. Write a list of all the people you love most and see if you're prioritizing them. Additional meanings for this card. Time to tell someone how you feel. Don't be all in your head and not in your heart. Someone is flirting with you. Read more books. The teaching. Gemini is the sign of communication and socializing, of ideas and travel, and the energy around it and around this card, no matter when you pull it, is speedy, gossipy, and flirtatious. The new moon in Gemini is a wonderful time to get out and socialize. Gemini loves to chat. We do. I'm a Gemini. We do love a little chit chat session. One thing to be aware of is that this card can also indicate being mentally scattered. Daily meditations will help to unscramble crossed wires in your brain. That was for me. I need to meditate. That was for me. Okay, and your last card is Fall into My Arms. Surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. Oh, and I opened right up to the page. Look at that. The Great Mother ushered you in when you took your first breath, and she'll be here when you draw your last. She knows how challenging life can be, that being human can be lonely and confusing, that the polarity and separation can be excruciating when your soul remembers the oneness of Source. But at the same time, it can be incredibly glorious and sweet. So often we see things as either good or bad. When things go well, we make it mean that we're being rewarded. And when things are bad, then perhaps you've done something wrong. However, we're all here to expand and grow, and it's through the extremes of life that we do exactly that. You're being invited to welcome the highs and the lows of the human experience, to let them initiate you more fully into life, the agony and the ecstasy, the beauty and the bitterness. This is life. This life is but a single breath in the inextinguishable existence of your experience as a soul. The Great Mother wants you to hand over your loneliness, worries, hurt, sorrow, fears, burdens, and doubts, to lay them on her altar, to fall fully into her arms, to remember that while these extremes are difficult, they can also be magnificent. The more wildly the pendulum of your life swings, the more truthfully you can say, I've truly lived. And then you have a starseed activation. So this is a prompt that you can say, a chant or a mantra, if you will. I am ready to embrace the extremes of my life. I lay all that I'm carrying onto the Great Mother's altar and fall completely into her arms. Surrender. Relinquish, you know what I mean? Purge, cleanse, baby love. This was a strong message. I'm rooting for you. I'm praying for you. I'm rooting for you. I'm sending you like love and vibes. I wish I could give you a hug, my friend. You know, I'll give you one in spirit. Yeah. Okay, but please thank your ancestors, spirit guides, and angels for allowing me to deliver these messages to you. And also thank my ancestors, spirit guides, and angels for assisting me. Yeah. If you want to, I am open for private readings. So if you want to get onto my booking calendar, run over to momagics.com to see my calendar and to also take a look at my other products and services. Additionally, what else? Yeah, don't forget to like if you found value out of this video. Comment in the comment section and let me know what resonated. Share this video so that some of your friends and family members can get these messages, or so that these messages can just reach as many people as possible. And subscribe if you like this reading and you want to see more like these. Yeah, that's all I have for you. I love you. Thank you. Until next time, this is XOMO. Bye.